Welcome back to Mystical Heart Tarot readings. Today we're going to look at what will the new moon bring. And the new moon is scheduled for tomorrow, May 19th. So what will the new moon bring? So we're going to start here and we're going to pull 3 cards to get our pile started. That one wants to come out. Take that one. And that one. All right, I'm going to set these up here out of the way. We're going to take a look at the cards and see what we get. See which card you're drawn to. If you're having trouble picking a card, I'm going to add crystals here in a minute. Well, the first one we have is Crown, Success and Pride. The next one is Lion, with Strength and Success. And pile 3 is Key, Lock and Unlock. So take a look at those cards. See which one you're drawn to the most. If you're having trouble deciding, I'm going to add crystals right now. So the first crystal I'm going to add is a pink agate, also known as pink onyx. And this is what it looks like. The next one I'm adding is, it's a rough one. It's not a tumbled stone. It's green opal. Green opal. And this is what green opal looks like in its rough form. And the last one is Dragon's Bloodstone. And this is what Dragon's Bloodstone looks like. And at the end of each one, I will tell you what the crystals are good for. So let's move these piles, these cards up a little bit so that we can start setting up our piles. All right, we're going to start here. Let's get a card from this deck. For each pile. Okay. Set them out of the way. And now we'll get one from this deck. That one. This one. And that one. And the last of the Oracle cards. They all want to come out. And we'll go with this one. All right, now we're going to add a tarot. That one and this one. There's 2. And there's 2. And here's those. All right. So take a look at each pile, see which one you're drawn to or which crystal. And it's okay if you're drawn to more than one pile. That's not a problem. It is not a problem. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to move these out of the way. So that we can get started with pile number 1. Pile number 1, we are looking at what will the new moon bring. And you got the crown with success and pride. All right, let's see what the rest of these are. You've got caution. You've got trust. And you've got liberator. The light attributes, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. The shadow attribute is imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. So, what is the new moon bringing? And your main card being the crown, success and pride. Let's see what your your tarot cards. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Wands. The 6 of Cups in reverse. And the 5 of Swords in reverse. So, what will the new moon bring? And your main card being the crown with success and pride. However, you're being told to be cautious. You're being cautious. And perhaps you're being cautious because you're healing from a broken heart here. You're healing from a broken heart. Things were said. Somebody was sneaky. and somebody wasn't prepared. Perhaps somebody wasn't prepared for this person to be sneaky. But your heart is healing here. Your heart is healing. Trust. Trust is an issue. Trust is something that can be lost in a split second. And it can take years to gain back. So if somebody broke your heart because they were shaky, or not shaky, sneaky and shady with things they were saying, and you weren't prepared for it, and it broke your heart, it also broke your trust. And like I said, trust can be broken in a split second. But it takes years to gain back, and then that's not a guarantee. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns. And that right here is what you're doing. You're releasing negative thought patterns right here. And also down here. But in the process, I feel like you may have lost some connections. When I say connections, I'm referring to some type of relationship. Doesn't have to be romantic. More like friendships, acquaintances, co-workers, that type of thing. The Queen of Wands, remember, in this deck, the Queen of Wands has a cat. She doesn't have dogs, she has a cat. Cats represent independence. Gaining independence here from somebody that broke your heart. And this person also is sincere. Somebody that's sincere and is nurturing energy. So I feel like you are what will the new moon bring? What will the new moon bring? Perhaps the new moon will shine light on who this person is. I feel you will be successful in finding out about this person's shadiness, sneakiness, because perhaps they are unprepared for you to find out. And perhaps you've already found out. And when you did find out, it broke your heart. It also broke your trust. Which means you need to proceed with caution with that person. Perhaps they were trying to impose tyranny over you. Ignoring you, ignoring things you were saying to them. But what will the new moon bring? The new moon is going to bring about, the new moon is about setting new intentions. So the new moon is going to bring you success in setting new intentions. Your new intentions is to break away from the person that broke your heart. And the person to help you do that is going to be somebody that is independent and somebody that is sincere. And nurturing. You're going to break away right here. You're going to break away from this person and or persons if it's more than one. You're going to be successful. But you're going to proceed with caution on who you trust from now on. And listen to what is being said. So that you don't have a broken heart again. Because whoever this was that broke your heart also broke trust. So what will the new moon bring? The new moon for you, pile number one, will bring the intention of breaking free of the person that broke your heart and also broke your trust. You will come out successful. Now, as for your crystal, the pink agate, how appropriate. Because I just pull these crystals randomly and I put them out randomly, not knowing what they're for and how useful, what they're meant for. I just pick them randomly. And then, of course, the cards, I pull the cards, these cards in front of you. And this pink agate or pink onyx, some call it a pink agate, some call it a pink onyx, is good for confidence and power. Confidence and power. So there's confidence that you will overcome and be able to break free from this person that broke your heart and broke your trust. That is what will the new moon is going to bring to you. The confidence to be able to break free from somebody that broke your heart. Okay, pile number one. Next is going to be pile number two. I'm just getting these cards out of the way. Hey, you can still see it. All right, pile number two. If you chose pile number two, you chose the lion with strength and success. You also chose the crystal, the rough green opal. The rough green opal. I apologize if my light is blinding these cards. Let's see what else we have here. Frustration. Frustration. The observer. Rescuer. For the rescuer, the light attributes provide strength and support. And look, we have the word strength right there. Provide strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. The shadow attribute assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. Well, if it's the shadow attribute, that could cause frustration for somebody. But let's see what the tarot says. We have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles. Judgment in reverse. Two of Pentacles. Two of Swords in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Let me look over these. So our question we're looking at is, what will the new moon bring? Your main card, being the Lion, is saying strength and success. However, there may be some frustration along the way. And perhaps you're sitting back and observing. Maybe you're frustrated because the only thing you can do is observe something that's happening. So let's look over here at the tarot. The Seven of Wands. He appears to be fighting. It looks like he's put up a wall around him, perhaps fighting some feelings. Perhaps he's fighting some feelings. Maybe he's frustrated. Here we are reflecting on the things we have in our life that we hold value on. We're observing. We are observing. Observing and reflecting. Now the Judgment card, I feel like perhaps a message was being sent out and it was missed. Perhaps there was a message sent out and it was missed. Maybe causing somebody to feel rejected. Maybe somebody feels self-doubt. The Two of Pentacles is bringing balance in, continuously balancing things in your life. But maybe having some conflicted feelings, perhaps dealing with somebody that is angry, so what is the new moon bringing? This new moon I feel like what the new moon is bringing for you, pile number 2, is strength. It's bringing you strength. Perhaps you're feeling frustrated because you're observing something that's taking place, and maybe your hands are tied. Maybe the only thing you can do is observe and reflect on a situation. Maybe you maybe no, I don't think. No, somebody is missing a message. Somebody is not getting a message here. I feel like you're providing strength and support to somebody. And maybe at times you're feeling frustrated. Maybe the person that you're trying to help, you're observing them, and perhaps that person is not getting the message. Maybe they don't understand that what you're doing is trying to help them by providing them strength and support. And maybe they're even fighting it. Somebody might even be fighting it. You're you being a rescuer trying to provide strength and support, but you're frustrated because the only thing you can do is sit there and observe, because perhaps they're not listening to what you're saying. They're not receiving your message. The message being that you are there to help them, to support them. Or perhaps they are somebody, perhaps You're frustrated. You're observing. You are sending out a message they're either ignoring or they're not paying attention to. And maybe they are doing this repeatedly on purpose. And perhaps you're picking up on this, that they're doing it on purpose. And now you're feeling conflicted here because you want to help, you want to support them, but they are the type of person that plays the victim role because it gets them attention. It gets them your attention. And perhaps you have helped this person before. And now you're feeling frustrated and you're sitting back and observing because you've played the rescuer before for somebody. And it's somebody that is needy because they're playing the victim role. It could be this person. So perhaps what the new moon is bringing to you is the fact that you need to perhaps observe more and maybe not when they're ignoring your messages in order to play the victim. Maybe don't rescue them. I know you want to provide strength. I know you want to provide support. But maybe this is a lesson they need to learn. And remember, the new moon is about setting intentions, new intentions. And perhaps the new intention that you are going to set is that you are not going to continuously help this person over and over and over again because they're playing the victim constantly. You're okay. You're a good person. You want to provide strength and support. But at the same time, you don't want to be used because somebody's playing a victim. Because they're constantly needing your help. It's okay to need help and support on occasion. But to need it constantly is frustrating you. So what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2, is you setting the intention for the new moon to bring you in more patience, but also to not jump so quickly to rescue maybe a specific person that plays the victim role multiple times. I hope that makes sense. What the new moon is bringing you, pile number 2, is the opportunity to set intentions with somebody that consistently plays a victim. Set boundaries. All right. You also chose this rough green opal. And some of the things that the rough green opal is good for is cleansing and revitalizing, and also for abundance. So pile number 2, What the new moon is bringing you is the opportunity to set new boundaries. For somebody that perhaps you have been supporting and offering strength to. Okay, pile number 2. Now we're going to move on to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3. You chose the key, lock and unlock. You also chose the dragon's bloodstone. As your crystal. Excuse me 1 second. I need to get a drink. My mouth is drying up from speaking so much. All right, let's see what we have here. Cleanse. And let's see here. The Outlaw. Child Eternal. The light attributes. Determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. The shadow attribute. The inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. So our question is, what will the new moon bring? A key. A key to lock and unlock. Let's see what your tarot cards are. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 2 of Cups. 4 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Wands. Well, I see a pattern. We have 2 2s and 2 6s here. And especially the same 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Lock and unlock key. This is your main card. And we've got the Six of Pentacles twice. This is a lot of unrest. This is a lot of unrest in things you hold value in. Perhaps there's a conflict, and that's why there's a lot of unrest. The Two of Cups. This is about bringing balance in, but this kind of resembles the symbol in a way. It makes me think of the symbol the doctors use. And then we have the lion's head at the top for strength. So the key perhaps the key is that maybe you are acting maybe you're doing things that you would not normally do. For example, maybe you're going out and partying, and that's something you wouldn't normally do. Which could cause unrest here. I just get a feeling that the key could be something medically. And the reason I say medically with the symbol that makes me think of a doctor. Because we have the cleanse card here. Now we can think of cleanse in many different ways. Cleansing our house. Cleansing ourselves. In many different ways. One way of cleansing is grounding ourselves. And here, I don't feel like we're grounded. With all this unrest taking place, especially having 2 sixes of pentacles in reverse. So we're looking at What will the new moon bring? The new moon is going to bring the key to unlocking why we have this unrest. And I believe that would be because maybe we're acting in a way that we would not normally act. Perhaps we are the shadow attribute, where we're not able to grow and be responsible. And perhaps we're dependent on others for physical security. Whereas if we remain young in body, mind, and spirit here, remember this resembles the symbol for a doctor. At least it does to me. The ability to see things with fresh eyes. The key is to unlock that ability to see things with fresh eyes. And in order to do that, I feel like maybe you need to cleanse. And I'm not talking like, hey, go hop in the shower right now. I'm talking more about grounding yourself, meditating, making sure you see a doctor for a physical if you haven't seen a doctor in a while. Perhaps you've been being irresponsible and doing things that is out of character. Perhaps you've been the outlaw, but relying on others for physical security, keeping you out of trouble here. And the key is to see things with fresh eyes. So perhaps you might want to set intentions on this new moon. So, what this new moon may do, instead of setting intentions, what this new moon may bring is those fresh eyes. Those fresh eyes may be the key to unlocking your ability to see clearly why you have so much unrest taking place. Perhaps there's something medically wrong, or perhaps, see, this is the physical. You're going to take over. You're going to put up a wall to protect yourself. You're going to build a wall to protect yourself. Because you may not be thinking clearly here. And the key is to open up your eyes to thinking clearly. Think clearly. Cleanse yourself. open up your eyes. The key is to open up your eyes to communication, to remain young in your body, mind, and spirit. Here, like I said, that reminds me of the symbol that doctors have. And to cleanse. Cleanse could involve something with your doctor. Cleanse could involve you grounding yourself. Cleanse could involve you meditating. Meditating can open up your eyes. The key to opening up your eyes. Locking and unlocking. You're going to open up your eyes and know how to lock and unlock and protect yourself so that you're not dealing with this is an awful lot of unrest. You're going to learn how to lock and unlock and to settle down and not be an outlaw all the time. I mean, it's okay to go out and party every now and then, but on a regular basis, I think the key is to be able to lock and unlock that ability to be able to set limits. And as I said, I feel like maybe some needs to, the key is to make sure that you are healthy. So what is the new moon bringing to you, pile number 3? The new moon is bringing you the key to lock and unlock your ability to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, to see things with fresh eyes, and to know when you need to ground yourself, to know when you need to meditate, and advice from your doctor, and to protect yourself and not depend on somebody else to depend on you. And not depend on somebody else for your own security. The crystal you picked that is going with this card, a dragon's bloodstone. How appropriate. As I told pile number 1, I picked these crystals. I don't even look in the bag. I just pick 3 crystals and I just set them randomly before I even pick any cards. I have no idea what the cards are going to be because you guys see me picking the cards. The crystals have already been picked before I start. They've been picked, they've been laid out next to their little baggie that I keep them in. And I just set them in a random order. This is Dragon's Bloodstone, and it's good for personal healing. The key is personal healing. That is what the new moon is going to bring. Personal healing. I send much love and many blessings to everybody. If you enjoy these, please leave a comment in the comment section. And please hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. I send much love and many blessings to everybody. As always, I'll see you back next time. Have a wonderful day.